In a country already struggling with economic hardship, nothing cuts deeper than the theft of funds meant for the most vulnerable. I want to try and break down this massive 161 million rand unemployment insurance fund, also known as UIF. This whole recent scandal, right? A sophisticated crime that hijacked pandemic relief money. These don't give a rat's ass, but let's get into it. Here's what's happening. What we are witnessing is a major coordinated counterattack by the state against corruption. The Special Investigating Unit SIU, backed by specialized police units like the Hawks and tactical teams, has launched massive search and seizure operations across KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. The target? A highly organized criminal syndicate that allegedly siphoned approximately 161 million rands. This wasn't petty theft. This was a calculated enterprise-level attack on state resources meant for relief. The operation targeted 34 different premises, including luxury private residencies, company offices linked to the fraud, and critically, the UIF head office in Pretoria. The SIU is tracking more than 35 individuals and 16 implicated companies. During the raids, authorities seized crucial evidence, bank statements, digital devices, and fraudulent applications. Among the key targets are the alleged syndicate mastermind and individuals who allegedly received and distributed large amounts of the stolen money, including one person in Scottsboro who allegedly received about 18 million rands. Furthermore, the investigation is probing a key person of interest who is also a local councillor linked to the Umkhonto Wesizwe Party, MKP, in Port Shepstone. Why is this happening though? I mean, bro, in simple terms, this 161 million rand theft happened because a criminal syndicate exploited a government lifeline intended for disaster relief, and they allegedly did it with insider help. The fraud mechanism? This ghost employee scam. The money stolen came from the UIF's temporary employee relief scheme. This scheme was created at the height of the COVID-19 lockdown to pay employees whose jobs were temporarily halted. The syndicate's method was simple yet devastatingly effective. They created ghost employees. They submitted TERS applications on behalf of thousands of individuals who were not actually employed by the 16 implicated companies. Once the UIF paid out these fraudulent claims, the substantial funds, 161 million rand, were never paid to the purported workers. Instead, the money was immediately laundered, distributed among the syndicate members, and channeled towards buying expensive properties and vehicles. How stupid. The institutional weakness is its alleged inside collusion. For a fraud of this magnitude to succeed, the syndicate needed more than just fake paperwork. It needed access. The investigation strongly suspects that the external syndicate received active assistance from the officials inside the UIF. These implicated officials are suspected of facilitating the fraudulent applications, bypassing internal audit systems, manipulating the system to clear what are called victim profiles, which are essentially prevented the fraud from being flagged by the automated security checks. We are not safe anymore in this country. The SIU has noted that such large-scale corruption occurred because of pre-existing weaknesses in the UIF's IT systems and the entity's failure to link its systems with other government bodies like the Department of Home Affairs, a systemic failure that allows ghosts to receive payments. The way I look at it now, it's almost as if the UIF had this all planned. This was planned from the beginning. What scares me the most, however, is what this means for the average poor South African. Oh my God. This isn't just a financial number. It's a profound betrayal of trust that directly impacts every vulnerable South African. Robbing the most vulnerable. The 161 million rand stolen was specifically intended as a social safety net to prevent job losses and keep struggling families fed during the worst economic crisis in recent history. Every rand stolen meant that a legitimate, distressed worker, the person who truly needed that relief to survive, was potentially denied assistance or had their claims delayed because the system was choked by corruption. and the devil's agents. This is money directly taken from the pockets of South Africa's working poor. This scandal undermines the public's faith in the government's ability to protect its most critical funds. When syndicates, allegedly including political figures and government officials, are seen stealing from a scheme meant for the unemployed, it breeds cynicism and risks discouraging citizens from utilizing necessary state services. The good news, however, is that the state is actively fighting back, or so it seems. I mean, we are in this mess because of their failure to do their job, right? But again, the SIU's mandate is dual. Civil recovery. They are moving quickly to obtain preservation orders from the special tribunal to freeze the assets, the money, the properties, and the luxury vehicles purchased with the stolen 161 million rands, ensuring that those funds can be returned to the UIF. Okay, that's funny. The UIF is compromised and you're going to return the fund to the UI. Okay, bro, this is crazy. Okay, let's continue. All evidence of fraud, corruption, and money laundering is being referred to the National Prosecuting Authority, also known as NPA, for criminal prosecution against the 35 plus individuals implicated. The decisive action by the SIU, with the full support of the Department of Employment and Labor, aims to deliver a clear message. Those who exploit a national crisis for personal gain will be pursued relentlessly to face the full might of the law. The recovery of this money is not just about correcting a financial loss. It is about restoring integrity to a fund that millions of workers, billions maybe, I don't know, millions, rely on. Thanks for watching this first video. Subscribe if you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more.